Hey guys, welcome to Dom Sports. Today we're going to start a new series, so kind of going into the future here with my Boston Red Sox. So the futuristic Boston Red Sox. So we are on July 1st, 2033. I'll show you kind of what's been going on, like record-wise, playoff-wise, championship-wise, and then we'll kind of take it from there and kind of show you the players. But here is where we started. 2021. We actually missed the postseason. We weren't very good. And then 2022, we kind of put it together, won 91 games as the wild card, winning the World Series. So I guess this is more of an outlier season because we followed that with 2023. We were average. 2024 average, but we barely missed the playoffs in 2024. And then we're on this streak of playoff dominance. So we got to the playoffs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this year will probably be the 9th season in a row that we've gotten into the playoffs. We've won the division 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, potentially the 7th division crown in a row. So halfway to the Braves mark of 14, I believe. But we're coming off of a historical dominant season. 117-45, pretty close to the all-time wins record in Major League Baseball that exists today. We won the World Series. Let's look at the manager history for Mr. Bloom, the GM history. So this was kind of an outlier season, kind of winning the World Series in the second year. And then didn't make the playoffs. Yep, and here we are now. Cool, so get to some of the interesting things that's happened in the save. So I'm pretty frequent on Reddit, but I actually posted this on Reddit. So Alex Verdugo, way back in when he played with me, he had a hitting streak of 47 games. So pretty crazy. See if I can actually find it. This is awards, accomplishments. Go to the complete history and kind of see if we can find this. Yep. So on 8/12/2026, he goes 0 for 4 against the Cleveland Indians, and ending his hitting streak at 47 games. In 2026, he actually won the MVP award for me. He had a monstrous year, 51 doubles, 21 home runs, 356 average, 405 on base, 551 slug, 7.5 wins above replacement. Definitely MVP caliber. He took home the award there, and then he won a monster contract, and I actually did not extend him. As you can see here, he went to the Phillies for 4 years, and then Chicago in 3 to kind of wind out his career. But he's still a pretty good player. Low leader, low loyalty, low work ethic. But again, like, he's extremely talented in the field at 37 years old, and he's pretty competent with the bat. Kind of a little down year now, but OSA kind of likes him, and my scout kind of likes him too. So Alex Verdugo was kind of one of the big stories early on in this save in this franchise. Let's get to the current day team. So I'll kind of go into a little bit of kind of how I acquired these guys, just on this first page here, how I acquired these guys and a little bit of their history with the team. So BJ Lamonica, I actually acquired him at trade with Houston in 2031. He's been a crazy find for me. So Houston kind of thought him as expendable. Maybe he was a fourth outfield type. He's definitely outplaying his ratings, especially last year. Last year hit 327, 432 on base. My leadoff hitter. 141 OPS plus and a 5.5 wins above replacement. And his arm is pretty crazy. His fielding's pretty great. Gets on base a lot. So I like Lamonica. Steal a little bit too, as more of a leadoff bat. He's actually terrible against left-handed pitching. But for me, he's actually been good. Not particularly well in 2033 this current season, but last year he was awesome in 79 plate appearances against left-handed pitching. He makes his money hitting righties, though, and getting on base against righties. So that's BJ Lamonica. So going to the trade history real quick. How kind of we acquired him. We traded them Preston Wetherell, 30-year-old right-hander. That's actually playing overseas in the KBO. So it worked out for us, I would say. Getting him, kind of trusting him as the new leadoff hitter. Next one, Will Taylor. Now, we actually acquired Will Taylor from JAC, Jacksonville Orange Kings. So the package that we gave up was pretty steep. We gave up Figueroa, Luna, this guy, a starting pitcher, Carl Boston, and a left fielder. That's still some potential there. High leader, adaptability, work ethic, low greed. One of our top prospects at the time. Will Taylor, personality isn't the greatest, but he's been crushing the ball for us since we got him in 2030. So let's take a look at kind of what's going on here with Will Taylor. First year we got him, he's pretty good, 2.8. Wins above replacement, 20 homers, 70 RBIs, 20 steals. So we got into the 2020 club there. Definitely not as good as that previous season. But then he kind of exploded in 2032. 39 home runs, 117 RBIs, 37 steals, and a 7.4 wins above replacement with an OPS plus of almost 150. Gold Glove defense as well. So definitely almost a 40-40 player in 2032. 2033 has kind of battled some injury issues. See, he's fragile here. So he is kind of maybe at his peak here. He's due for a big contract after the 2033 season, the season we're in now. But he's asking for a bunch. So maybe if we can get the years down, I don't really know. I mean, it depends here if we're going to actually extend our guy Will Taylor. Let's go into Brian Ray. So this guy, he is the current rating AL Most Valuable Player for the American League. Nicknamed Little Giambi, which is pretty funny. 62 I, 70 home run power, 62 avoid Ks, 65 contact. He's just a machine. This guy will get on base, He will hit for power, and he will slug the ball. So that's why we got him. And going to the history here, how we actually acquired him. We gave up Jonathan Guevara, who still hasn't really panned out. His potential's 45, but he was definitely a highly touted guy. If you can see here, definitely a highly touted guy. Kind of when we had him here. He can also play first a little bit. But Ray was more of a salary dump for the Cincinnati Reds at that point, and we gladly took him on here. If you see, he had a few years left, so we kind of took on that contract, and we actually extended him until 2034. There's a player option of $28 million for 35-year-old Brian Ray, right-handed hitter. Slugged 42 homers last year, 136 RBIs. OPS crazy, over 1,000, 8.1 WAR. And he is the guy right now. Hopefully he continues to kind of produce. He's a little old, but for now we'll take it. Our top prospect, this guy, Jerry Flores. So this guy was a find in a trade. So going through the complete history, this was the franchise-altering trade that we made with the Minnesota Twins. We gave up Tony Figueroa, Nolan Stevens, Granieri, Shohei Ohtani, and Adam Hazley. And we got this guy, Jerry Flores. He was only a prospect at the time when we acquired him, as well as Nolan Duran and Jesus Blanco, who's really never really panned out. His control never kind of got to where he wanted to be. But Jerry Flores, man, he is a 27-year-old, still making the minimum